Alrighty, we're going to be running a new 15 amp branch circuit for a living room here in the country I was born in. We use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare, the green is the ground. Red and blue is also a live color. However, you may find white live in a switch loop or a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. And this is our roll of 14-2. It's black, white, and a bare ground wire. And if you look closely here, it's made here in the country I was born in. That's a nice thing to see. As you can see there, it's made here in the country I was born in. That's a nice thing to see. Alright. We're going to start feeding our wire to go over to the breaker box. This is for outlets in our living room. And we'll bring it through a hole here. And we'll come into this panel right here. And this is a main panel here, so we put our neutrals and grounds together on the same bus bar. So we're going to do this open right here. So I'm going to have to bring them over to this side, so I'm going to make sure I bring enough wire in. Go around, come up. Okay, I'll bring this up a little bit more just to be safe. wire here. I'll just rip the end so I don't cut the insulated conductors where it's going to be needing to be. Okay, so rip her. Make sure you don't grab it with the cutter. Okay, so get our black and white out here. Make sure you get all your debris out. Okay, so we'll run our ground wire over to the neutral bar. So this is the sloppy work somebody else did here, but we're going to do ours nice and neatly. So we're going to push our wire back into the corner here. We'll go behind all of the sloppy work here, but we got to be careful so we don't touch our live bus bars. Get nice and flat in here. Bring it over to our corner over here. Bend it, we'll bring it up. And we will go into this spot right here. So we'll clip a little off of this here. Not a whole lot. We'll just clip some off there. And we'll put it in. This one right here, which is open already. So I'll go back, get it under our lug there. You are allowed to put two wires of the same size in one hole if it's the bare ground wire, but only one white wire can go in the hole. There's our ground wire hooked up the way we want it. Now we'll bring our white wire over to the neutral bar. Get it back in here. So we'll push it back into the corner here. Push it back. You can bring it over. Make sure it stays down. We'll bend it up in this corner. And we'll bend it up. And we're going to come over and we're going to go on this one right there. So we're going to cut a little bit. It's easier to wire it when the box is nice and neat, when you square corner everything in the way it should be. Okay, we'll get our wires back into our corner here. That's the way you want it, in the corner. And that's the sloppy one somebody else did here. Now we'll put our black wire in to go to our breaker. We use a 15 amp on 14 gauge wire. You'll see the 15 there on the toggle. And we'll put it in here like this. There it goes. Okay, so we'll take our black wire will go around. Okay, we'll push our black wire down into our corner like this. Get behind all the sloppy work here. I'll bring it up, we're going to go to our breaker. I'll bend it over where it's going to go to our breaker, and I will cut it right here. I'll strip with our 14 gauge hole, enough copper to get it under the pressure plate. Make sure it's off. Okay, I'll make sure our wire is in the slot, and no insulation under the pressure plate, just the copper. I'll make sure it's nice and snug. Okay, it's nice and tight, and push this back into our box. Okay, again, I'm going to just check, make sure our screws aren't going to hit the wires here. And I'll put the cover back on here. So we're going to be opening this slot here, so just bend it in like this. And we'll put our cover on the panel like this. Okay, now I'm just going to make sure all our breakers are sitting in here properly. Okay, everything is sitting here. This one isn't right. There it is. Now it's in. Okay, so all our breakers are sitting in here properly. I might have to wiggle this around a little bit. There it is. There, now it's sitting behind that the way it should be. Okay, now just make sure these are all seated all the way inside, properly on the top and the bottom. Again, I'll go down through here, make sure they're in properly. And all our breakers are seated in properly. So now we can start stapling our wires. Okay, now we can start running our wire down our running board here. Okay, now we can get our wire unrolled so it doesn't get all twisted up. Alrighty, that is how to run a brand new 15 amp circuit with number 14 American wire gauge in the country I was born in. You put the black wire on the breaker, which is live, the white wire on the neutral bar, and the bare wire on the ground bar. And in this case, it's a main panel, so they can both be on the same bus bar. Peace. Thanks for watching.